I'm just here with this video explaining the latest episode of Walking Dead on Sunday, Season 5, Episode 5, Self-Help. So, yeah, let's get started. Basically it started, and they were still going to DC, the group that had left like 2 weeks ago, and it just is explaining how their journey to DC is going, and it's not going very good, because within like the first like 1 minute of the show practically, the bus crashed and they had to kill tons of zombies or walkers or whatever, and yeah, it's pretty bad. So they just went on foot, and they're still going to DC. They didn't turn around. They're walking to DC now, and they're not riding to DC. So yeah, and they took like a detour, and now they're like at some sort of grocery store, and there's food there, although they had to kill some zombies in there, but there's food there, everything's cool, so they're just staying there for the night, basically. And it was kind of awkward in one part, because Abraham and Rosita was like, they were doing it, and then Eugene was like watching them from like in the background. It was kind of awkward, but whatever. And yeah, so store thing, next morning, they had to kill more zombies, and they like chose a really weird way to kill the zombies, and like they got on some sort of fire truck, and they like got the fire hose out and were just like spraying zombies down, and it was kind of weird, but it was like pretty funny. But it seemed to have wasted tons of water, because that's just not the way to kill walkers. So they continue, and as they're walking down this one road, they like stop and they look ahead, and there's like tons of zombies everywhere. Like from the left to the right, there's just tons of zombies everywhere. And it's not where zombies are just kind of like you can just make it through and just kill a few. They're literally like there's no way to get through. So most of the group are talking like, let's just go home, whatever, or we can go around the zombies, but whatever. But Abraham's like really insistent on just making his way through, because he doesn't want to do any more detours, he doesn't want to turn around, he just wants to force his way through, which isn't really a good idea because there was tons of zombies where they were at. So in the midst of this argument, trying to figure out which way to go, Dr. Eugene finally confesses that he's not a doctor, he doesn't have a cure, he's not a scientist. So people were mad at him, obviously, because they were like, we're going to DC because of this. And I think because Eugene realized how much trouble it is to head to DC, he finally confessed this. But so everybody's really mad, and Abraham knocked Eugene out. He like punched him like 4 times. So like Eugene's laying there dead, or not dead, but like he's just unconscious. And then Abraham has like a flashback about how him and Eugene met. And so we finally figure out how they met, because they never really explained how. And how they found each other was Abraham was like sitting there, and he was like had a gun pointed in his mouth, and he was like getting ready to pull the trigger, and all of a sudden Eugene came like running, and 3 zombies were falling. He was like, help me, save me, this and that. So Abraham obviously put the gun down and went and saved him. And while Abraham was walking away, thinking Eugene would walk away, Eugene was like, wait, stop, let me go with you, and this and that. And then I forget exactly what he said, but he said something to the like effect of like, I know the way, I have a cure, something like that. So obviously like Abraham's gonna stop and listen to him. So yeah, it was pretty, I mean, he was lying, but at the same time I understand why he was lying, but I don't think he should have carried on the lie so bad. But I don't hate Eugene because of that. Like, yeah, Eugene's fine. He just shouldn't have lied for so long, because now he's unconscious because of it. So, yeah. And, as for next episode, I think probably, they're going to explain whatever happened to Carol. Hopefully, I hope they do, because I'm getting worried about Carol. And, as for 2 episodes ago, I think, whenever, Daryl came out of the forest in the end of the episode, he was like, come out, and then the episode ended before you could see he was following Daryl back to the church. I think it's going to be Noah with him, but I'm not for sure, and I'm thinking Daryl and Carol got in a car accident, and that's why Carol got in the hospital, but I don't understand why Daryl wasn't hurt then, so I really have no idea what's happening, but I hope Carol's okay. I hope it doesn't end like like, the season stops and we don't know what happened to Carol yet, but I hope they explain it next episode. And, I read this thing online that said that they, almost, like, made it where that episode, this last episode, didn't air because it was, like, something, I forget what they said, but it was, like, too graphic, and, like, I think it was because of the scene where Abraham and Rosita were together, because it was pretty intense, but, like, the zombies were fine, it wasn't that big of a deal, so, yeah. This episode, not a lot has happened, but a lot has happened because now I found out that Eugene's been lying, and, they found new ways to kill zombies with water hoses, so, yeah. Comment what you think is going to happen next week, and you can comment on our Instagram, Twitter, on this video, whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to have the links to the Instagram and Twitter down below, so, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. Bye.